How to make asparagus soup. Springtime is asparagus time. Welcome to Rain's Kitchen and Garden. My name is Rain. Today I'm going to show you how to make this delicious and healthy asparagus soup. Here are the ingredients that you'll need. You'll need 3 tablespoons or 45 milliliters of olive oil, 1 pound or 454 grams of asparagus, 2 small potatoes, 2 cloves of garlic, a splash of wine, that's optional, and 4 cups or 1 liter of vegetable broth. So the first thing we'll do is we'll prepare our vegetables. I'm going to start with my garlic. And I have a little Tupperware here that I put all the discards in, and they go into my compost pile. So I'm just going to push down. That loosens up the skin and it makes it easier to peel. Okay. The skin comes right off. Come on. All right. I think I'm running out of my homegrown garlic. This is almost the last of it. I have to plant more this summer because I use a lot of garlic. I just discard the ends here. And I'm just going to chop them up. Now I'm not too worried about evenly chopping everything up because I'm going to be blending this soup. So that's good enough for me, and I'm going to put them right back in to the little dish I had them in before. Next up, I've got my potatoes, and I'm going to peel them and chop them. We've got a slippery Pete here. There we go. Now again, I'm not worried about uniform chopping too much. Some people say to try to cut everything evenly when you're baking and cooking, but this is going to be simmering for about 30 minutes, and oh, there's a little pet hair there. Inevitable. As I was saying, this is going to be simmering for about 30 minutes, so all these vegetables are going to be cooked very, very well. I don't have to worry about cutting them evenly or uniformly, if that's a word. And I'll just set those aside while I prepare the asparagus. I already washed the potatoes, so they're ready to go. I haven't washed the asparagus yet, so I'm just going to put them into my colander, and I'm going to give them a rinse after I'm finished chopping them. Now, when you have asparagus, it naturally has an area that's very woody and it's bitter to eat. So all you do is you take the ends and you bend it, and it naturally breaks where it's supposed to break. And this part you discard. Some people eat this, I don't. I find it a bit too bitter. So I'm doing that with all of the asparagus. This is store-bought asparagus. It's a bit early in the season for my own asparagus to be popping up. I have 2 asparagus beds, and they start popping up sometime in June. But spring is definitely asparagus season. Such a delicious vegetable. Funny how they all kind of They're all almost the same size. They're all breaking off around the same area. It's exciting when I see my asparagus start to pop up. There we go. So they're all, the woody ends are off. So I'm going to just chop these up. I was reading on the website health.com that asparagus is such a healthy vegetable for you. It's filled with vitamins and minerals and antioxidants and folate especially, which is good for your gut health. Lots of B vitamins, which is good for your mood. The folate is good for your mood, I should say. And it contains prebiotics. That's what's good for your gut. It helps you have easier bathroom times, if you know what I mean. Too much information. It's just a very healthy food, and it's really only fresh if you buy local once a year. So take advantage of all that asparagus goodliness. Now, if you have really thick asparagus, these aren't very thick, so they're okay the way they are. But I was reading also, the great chef Julia Child used to peel her asparagus up to the tip, all of this off, because she said it takes away the bitterness of the larger stems. It depends on how thick your asparagus is. Like I said, this is not very thick, so I'm not going to bother peeling them, but I have done that before, and I've done a little bit of a test to see. I made a meal before peeling them, and I made a meal after peeling them, and it's true, it did take some of that bitterness away. So that's a good tip from Julia Child. All right, I'm going to give my asparagus a little bit of a rinse, and then we can start our soup. I have a large pot here, and I've put the heat on to medium. I'm going to add my olive oil. There we go. And I'm going to heat up that olive oil. My olive oil is heating up, and I'm going to add the asparagus and the potatoes. Let's give that a stir and coat all those delicious vegetables with that yummy olive oil. Now, once the olive oil starts to sizzle a bit, once it heats up a little more, I'm going to cook the vegetables for about 5 minutes. And I'm going to stir often because the potatoes tend to stick sometimes. The potatoes emit a lot of water when they're cooking, and they kind of stick with the oil to the bottom of the pot. So just keep an eye on it. Let it all simmer away for about 5 minutes. All right, so it's been 5 minutes. I'm going to add my garlic, and I'm just going to cook it for a minute, just till I can start smelling it, till it's really nice and fragrant. And I'm going to continue to give that a stir now and then because those potatoes are really sticking. Actually, you can see some of the asparagus was sticking to the pot as well. That's why we have the wine, to deglaze the pot after. That's optional. You could try to use broth to do it. I just like the flavor of white wine, so turning that down just a little bit so it doesn't stick too much, and I don't want my garlic to burn. Oh, it's smelling so good already. Look at how beautifully green that asparagus is. Okay, I'm going to turn the heat back up to medium. And in goes my wine. And now I'm just using that wine to deglaze, scrape up all those bits that are at the bottom of the pot, because those little bits hold a lot of flavor. At this point, I'll turn up the burner to high. See how easy that is with the wine? It just takes everything off the bottom of the pot. I love it. I wish you guys could smell this. All right, I'm going to add my broth. There we go. And I'm going to bring that to a boil. My soup has come to a boil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the heat down and I'm going to keep it on a simmer, partially covered, for about 30 minutes. My soup has been simmering for 30 minutes and it's definitely done. It smells so good. So I'm going to take that off the heat. I'm going to let it cool for just a little bit and then I'm going to put it into my blender and blend it thoroughly. Soup's on. This is such a delicious and comforting and healthy soup. I hope you enjoyed this video today. If you did, please give it a like and please do subscribe. If you don't want to miss out on future videos, don't forget to hit the notification bell for more home cooking. Don't forget to leave me a comment. I love your comments and I reply to all of them. And please share this video with anyone you might think will enjoy it. Thanks again for watching, my friends. I'll see you next time on Rain's Kitchen and Garden. Bye.